Turning now to IT-Mate and the balloons shot down by the military. Turns out Indiana is a hotbed for research and recreational unmanned balloons. Universities and private companies use these balloons for research and product development, but not just anyone can put a balloon up. IT-Mate's Richard Essex is working this story.
President Biden said yesterday that the 3 balloons that have been shot down were most likely for research or recreational. Now, I talked to a company in northern Indiana that has put up dozens of balloons over the past couple of years. They say the rules for unmanned balloon flight are pretty straightforward.
Well, there's certain regulations that you have to do ahead of time. Now, almost all of the balloons that we do are for education outreach.
In the summer of 2022, Pearson and his students launched the balloon that was in the air for about 2 hours. He and his students tracked the balloon through Indiana and into Ohio. The balloon reached a height of 90,000 feet before a device on the balloon was activated to bring it down. Prior to liftoff, there is a host of paperwork that he had to fill out.
Then I'm going and I'm filing what is called a NOTAM, which is a notice to airmen, and that goes out to the FAA for anybody who might be within the area that it would be impacted by it in terms of the flight. So they have the balloon now registered in their system. They know exactly what day it's going on, what time it's going on, how high it's supposed to go, how long it's supposed to fly for, approximately where it's supposed to come down. So that data has all been collected, so there aren't any questions.
Pearson has launched 25 unmanned balloon flights over the past 2 decades. The balloons he uses are made from a radar-detectable material, the payload a collection of student experiments. The FAA requires Pearson and other unmanned balloon operators to report the balloon's location every 2 hours. He says his company has taken tracking a step further.
We have developed a tracking system on our balloons that allow us to get altitude, latitude, longitude, and also the ascent, the rate the balloon's going at, up to every 30 seconds. And that is all information that we pass along to the FAA as well, so that they are welcome to go and to track it. And I know that we have worked with groups such as the Chicago airports and other places that will use that software to track the balloons during flights.
And what's interesting in almost 50 years of flying, I've never seen a balloon.
J.C. Bueller is a pilot and a lawyer with decades of flying experience. He says the operators of unmanned balloons can face some liability and fines for reckless operation. For example, not telling the FAA when and where the balloon is taking off or coming down, or not reporting the position every 2 hours. My question to him, will we see more regulations coming?
Maybe to make the notice requirements more forceful, because you know an operator can be violated, and I don't know what the current penalty would be. It's probably somewhere in the per violation, probably somewhere in the area of $12,000 per violation. You know, the scientific study and the surveys that they do, it's all necessary.
In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, IT-Mate.